Good morning. Hello, everyone. Boy, it takes a second, doesn't it? It's still not. There it goes. All right. So it's 100 in here, I think. I feel like I'm down with Latoya somewhere in the real heat. It's just doesn't cool off enough in the house to stand it. And then back heat again in the next day. So, oh my gosh, what a crazy weekend we had. My daughter's boyfriend's birthday was this week. So we always do, whenever it's somebody's birthday, we do this, we do that, we go out to eat. We had a backyard party yesterday and we talked about plans for their wedding. So that's going to be fall of 24. And you got to work on it. Got to work on it. So, you know, what do we have this morning? Deb knows, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a hard one to guess what's in the cup this morning. Mm, yeah, yeah. Plans for their wedding. Okay. Yeah, well, I told you they got engaged in May down at the beach. So that was nice. They met when they were little kids in the bowling league, and they got together for the first time when they were done with school in the bowling alley. So chances are the reception will be at the bowling alley. But mm, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, when I get to help plan and everything, yeah, that's great. Mother of the bride. Okay, first time for that one. Mm. Some of you are having a little trouble with the sweater. Mm, I don't know. I tried to show you that you can fudge, and I was doing that. I was fudging as I was going along in the pattern. So when you skip two and then you get to the underarms, you skip one and it will come out. And then I also was only increasing two on the double crochet rows, and you're only increasing one on the single rows. So sometimes you can get off, but it isn't that important. But some of you really are like down to the exact numbers. I have saw that you are. And I know I used to be that way. I really did. And now I figured out that one stitch here, one stitch there doesn't matter. So I don't rip out. But when you're 5 or 6 off, yeah, I know you have to. I'm sorry. Ooh, Frida, you're pushing it. She knows what's in that box. She sent me. That's close. Close, close, close. Oh, peach cobbler sounds really good. I like peach tea, so I like that one peach tea we get here. It's plastic bottles, 6 packs or whatever. So I gotta say that I'm working on two, and I'm thinking you probably are one of the ones that are increasing. Or Denise, there is one thing that I wanted to say about yours. When you are doing the row where you are looking at the V stitch, there's a single crochet that goes into that V stitch. And I'm thinking you might be doing something in that V stitch to increase and make that ruffle. Not sure. Oh, oh, it's so close. That's fun. Anyway, let's get back to my dilemma. So I'm doing two sweaters, and the blue one doesn't have the body done yet, and it's because I hurt my thumb. Okay, so I whacked my thumb like I telescoped it, or that's what I call it. I jammed it, and the whole inside is all swollen. It's better today. And then the whole outside was all swollen, and it's stiff, so I can't move. Is It's getting better. It's a lot less swollen today, but it was all bruised, and oh my gosh. So Joanne got it. Yeah, she did. Joanne. That's awesome. Yeah. So I was being like real careful and trying to finish one of them. And then that way. So I got the body of the pink one done, and I did the edging. So I have just the sleeves to do on this one. And we'll go ahead and talk about this edging and the buttons today. But I think it's coming out absolutely perfect. And again, it's not, it's just like I wrote in there. That's exactly how I did it. And then the other thing too is we did mention the size on this one. So as you can see, they are very close in size. The shoulders match up and everything. So I'm pretty happy about the size. So at least a year to 18 months is no problem. So Joanne, what are we doing today? Are we doing a spot on the brand new bracket board, which has 32 spots because we had a winner? Yeah, Beverly won. And she didn't take any of the hand dyes. She asked me to pick something. So I picked her some unforgettable. And she had told me teal. I picked the teal and the purple unforgettable and sent it to her. So here is that next stage. So we're going to do the outer edge. And Miss Joanne would like number 26. So let's get 26 on the board. We'll go right into our drawing for our sweater make along. So I have 13 now. That's great. 13 in the wheel for the sweater. So we'll go ahead and draw that. All right, let's see who that is. It's Linda. Linda, your birthday is extending to this week. Congratulations to Linda. We So Linda, would you like a spot on this brand new bracket board, or would you like something out of the basket? I thought that I crocheted loose and I crocheted everything big for the longest time. And then I realized that when it says 3 light, it's not always the same as a different 3 light, and 4 medium is not always the same as a different 4 medium. And it wasn't just me. It was the thickness or the plies in the yarn that were creating a different stitch count, and so that's another reason why some people like to do a swatch. Now, when I'm doing stuff like this, I haven't been giving you stitch count. But again, I don't know. We'll work on it. I mean, I'm sure that this is going to fit a 2-year-old. But if you didn't do it this size and you did it smaller, then that 1-year-old is not going to wear it over the top of anything. It would be skin tight. So I'm, looking at it as over the top of other things. Number 13. She always likes number 13. Start out the board with. So let's give her 13. And this one I'm going to have to pick the board up for because I can't reach in there. Okay. I'm using red this time because my black marker is losing ink. Come on. And I got to get another one. Oh, it's so big. All right. So I also have a drawing for the baby blanket. And so you could use any pattern that you would like. A lot of us are using the Superbly Simple, which is kind of cool because it does, if you do like a self-striping yarn, it creates a pattern, and it's kind of cool. And there are 29 entries, including Miss Stephanie Lansbury from Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Oh, yeah. She put in an entry. It's a beautiful blanket. So I was excited to talk to her. It was nice. 29 entries. Let's see who we come up with today. Lots of names in this one. All right. It is Cindy Cantola. Cindy Cantola is the winner of the random blanket today. So, Cindy, are you here? Yeah, Victoria, it's fun. I am too, actually. I did the softy one, and I need to work on the sweater that matches that one. And then I'm doing the yellow one, which has 2 rows left. It's had 2 rows left all week, and it's too hot. And then I've got other yarns picked out for that. So one of the prizes for the grand prize for that, I picked out this ice cream yarn because see how the colorways are going to fall, and that'll be great for Superbly Simple. Okay. That's kind of weird. She says she didn't do the blanket. And I'll tell you what. Every time I do a draw or do a make along, I put everyone's name into a notebook as they put their progress in. And I have, okay, yes, I have you down as the sweater. I'm sorry. What I did was, remember when we were doing the knit sweater? Anybody who did the knit sweater and the blanket, I put you in the same draw. And she is being so honest with me. So I had her down as an S, and that's the sweater on the same page. So we'll go ahead and draw another winner here. I'm just going to go ahead and roll. Wait a minute. Is this the right one? No, this is not. This is the other one. All right. No, I wasn't rattled there for a second. Not really. Okay, I'll remove Cindy's name, which it asked me to do. Roll it again, and now we have 28. Try a 2 weight, Chera, and you'll be surprised. A lot of them say that in fine or baby weight. All right, so this one is going to be Jonna. Jonna, Congratulations to Jana. Um, Anything out of the basket or a spot on the bracket board? Yep, the moss stitch is a little wonky in the middle. Yes, it is. Mine is too. I am doing the moss stitch. Yeah. Yeah. Got to do that granny. That granny one. What is it? Creative grandma. Mm-hmm. 11. Jana wants 11. All right. We'll get up. Put number 11 in. And I'm going to give you the directions on how to do the edging. All righty. There we go. It's great having a new board to start out this week. Don't forget, next week we're going to skip. So we're not going to have live. Okay, so I'll look a couple of secrets that I do. Now, I ended with the V-stitch row because I did 4 of the contrasting color rows. And that would be the regular, like the repeat. So after you do the first 2 rows, then your third row is contrasting, and then you do 3 rows and then contrasting. So I did the 3 rows and I ended with the V-stitch row in the neutral. So then I cut my yarn and I pick up the contrasting color to do the border. Now what I do is I start in the very back of the sweater, in the very back, because I don't want to start in a corner, because what happens is that corner ends up being bigger than the other corner, and I just don't like the way that it looks at the end. So I'm going to start with a single crochet in the very back, and I'm going to put a single crochet in each stitch. So if it's a chain, you put a single crochet. If it's a double crochet, you put a single crochet. If it's a single, you put a single, and you just keep going all the way along and fill in the spaces to your next corner. Your next corner will be a chain, and it'll be the chain of 4. So you want to put your corner into the third chain of that chain of 4 and do 3 for the corner, 3 singles in that corner. And I have my notes in a bag out by the, I'm going to go get them because I don't want to forget what I wrote down. And the reason why I went and got it is because of the stitch counts, because there's so many that want to know what they are. I don't know what they are in the back. So I don't know. But as you turn the corner, you're going to be looking at the front side, right hand side. So I put a single crochet in the single crochet end, and I put 2 singles in the double crochet end, or the chain 4 end. So I ended up with 20. Did I write them down here? Oh. Yeah, I did. I just don't have them all out. Okay. 27 single crochets, not counting the corner, from the bottom to the yoke, because I did 4 repeats of the contrasting. Some of you did 5. That's fine. You're going to end up with a couple more. As long as you have the same amount on the other side when you get over there, you're going to be fine. When I got to the yoke part, as I went up, I was looking at it. I did it 3 times. And I decided that if I did one in every single row, it looked like it was too many stitches. So I did 1 in each of the 3 rows of the neutral, and I did not put 1 in the single crochet end of the colored row, the contrasting color. So you end up with 13 single crochets on that yoke section, not counting the last 3 that are going to go into the corner. So then you put your 3 in the corner. Now, when I went around the neck, I wanted it to start to pull in. Not a real lot, but a little bit. So when I got to each of these corners, there are 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. The first row, I skipped the corner altogether. I just went around, skipped the corner, and went around. The second row, when you get around, you just put a single crochet in every single crochet. You put 3 singles in each corner on the bottoms, like when you get there. And when you get to your top, when you get to your corners on your neck, you will make 1 decrease in that. You'll take one loop, single crochet decrease into that corner. So you take up, and it'll give you a little bit, every row it'll give you a little bit less, and it'll bring it up just a little. But on row 2, as you come around this side and you get to the corner, you'll do your corner like normal, put 3 in the corner stitch of your corner. Then you will come and do 2 singles on row 2 and chain 1, skip 1, and that will be a buttonhole. I did 3 of those. So I did single crochet in the next 4, chain 1, skip 1, and then single crochet in the next 4, chain 1, skip 1. And as you go around, you're going to join at the back where your join is and do a 3rd row all the way around the same way. And this time you will just put a single right in your skipped, not your skipped, but your chain 1 as you go around the buttonholes. And your buttonholes will be tiny because you only made 1 chain for them. Because, I find that the sweaters won't stay closed when they're crocheted, because a lot of our buttonholes are too weak and wimpy and they won't stay closed. So this one is just, and I got these buttons from Hobby Lobby and I just love them. There's a package of pearl buttons in that store that has 4 or 5 different ones, and I think there's 4 of each. And I got 2 packages, and they are different pearls, and they look vintage to me, and I really, really like those. And they stay closed because I only used 1 chain for the buttonhole, and then I closed it back in. So that is the 3 rows of the border. I will put them in I will put them in the body of the main Facebook page. But basically, it's ad-libbing. You are going around and you are placing stitches and making sure that you have the same amount on the front. And the only reason is because you want it to be even. So I have 40 stitches from the top to the bottom when I first start, not counting the corners. All right. I did 3 buttonholes. I did the corner, then I did 2 singles, skip 1, chain 1, 4 singles in between, skip 1, chain 1, and then 4 singles in between, skip 1, chain 1. And then later on, you just put your buttons as close to where you are meeting. Okay. So that basically is the last part of that. Now, here's my idea. If you want to go ahead and work on your sleeves, you can. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. It will go through the end of the month, but next week I will not be here. But I was thinking of working on one of the sweater sleeves when we come back. So you don't have to work on them, but if somebody wants to work ahead, I'm just going to tell you, I am going to do my sleeves plain. They will be the neutral color. I'm going to do them in the same pattern of the double crochet, 2 singles, double crochet, 2 singles, all the way till they're about 7 inches. And then I'm going to change to the pink or the contrasting color and do the cuff, and it'll be a decrease. I'm going to try and decrease every row in the underarm, and maybe not every row, but we'll see. I want a kind of gradual sleeve. And I'm thinking that the double crochet row would be the one that might be the one that you would decrease on. The other 2, the single rows, you don't. Then again, the double crochet row would be the one you decrease on. So we'll see. But that's my plan, is to work on the sleeves and then I catch up my blue one. So is there any questions? I know there is. I know it's picked a little bit harder, but I was making the pattern, so I was hoping that you guys could follow it. Some of you can, and some of you are struggling, and I'm sorry about that. At this time, if you're here for Let's Make a Yarn Deal, I'm going to have Deb mark the chat. You can write in your favorite color and your favorite way to yarn, and I will try and find it in Christi's closet. And you do have to have United States address to play this game. And I have some Steve yarn today to put up for if you would like a chance to win it. It's not from Steve, but I know he will love it. So I have it out. I pulled it out, and I'm putting it up for Let's Make a Yarn Deal as one of the choices. So when Deb marks the chat, you can put in the yarn that Steve would like as your choice if you want to. And I'm not going to show it yet. I'm going to show it after. Last week's scraps. I have something for you, Steve. Don't worry. It's here on the chair. And this was a toasted marshmallow with a peppermint mocha. I think I like it. It was one of the ones in the box from Frida. Yeah, toasted marshmallow. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I might have thought better and put the hazelnut in it. Oh. I love reading you guys' comments. You are very good sports. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm a little bit sore, so I'm going to not crochet today. I can't, this is the thumb that I was having the most trouble with when I was starting to knit and going back and forth between knit and crochet. It was hurting this thumb. And I've dealt with it. But this one, I can't go without this thumb. I need it for two things. I need it to crochet and I need it to bowl. It's sore. Oh, all right. Deb marked it. So Deb will run off and she will ask some random comment picker thingy to give her a number, and she will come up with a winner here. And in the meantime, now that the drawing part is in Deb's hands, I will show you what I found on the shelf. Now, what happened was I had taken something off in front of it last week. So I'm sitting here waiting for the countdown for the live to start, and I look up and I go, what ugly yarn is up there? I thought I had like yarns that I liked on that shelf over there, right? So I look up and I go, oh, Steve would like that. So would Chera. So you can guess what color it is. But I'm like, wow, I know why I kept it, because I like hopscotch yarn. I like it. It's Red Heart hopscotch, and it's really cool. It's really soft, and it works up really nice. But as far as this colorway, I'm like, I don't know. It's green. Ah. Okay, so I found some, and it is this color. It is called Kickball. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's cool, all right. But you have to have the right item, I guess, to use this. So on the label, it has a picture of a cowl. And I guess you can get that free pattern from Lion Brand's or Red Heart's website. It's 210 yards. It's plush, and it is a 4 medium with 100% acrylic. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So that is definitely a choice for today. All right. And that's called, like I said, that's called Kickball, and it's green and tan. No. It's not tan. It's gray, lime. It's just several shades of green there and some gray. Joanne won again. Let me see here. Joanne, baby variegated. Whoop, it went by. Baby variegated any color. All right. Okay. So we have a choice. Now I'm going to guess that Joanne may or may not want this after I find some baby variegated that she may like. So let's go look around. I'll be back in a minute after I find something for Joanne. Congratulations, Joanne. Man, it is warm in this room. Warm, I tell you. Ooh, I wonder if she would like this. This is different. Yeah, it's definitely different. Um, I could have found some of that blossom, I would bring it over. But I think I used it all up because that is a variegated baby yarn that I am not thrilled with using. It's a nice texture, but it's just, I don't know. Okay, I found something. I found you something to look at. Miss Joanne. Okay, we have some anti-pilling Premier Everyday Dots. This is the softest thing you ever felt. It's like cloud, but it's a 3 light. And it is just the most subtlest pink, green, and brown speckles and dots. So it's called Premier Everyday Dots. This is called confectionery. It is so soft, and it has 273 yards, and it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. And it is a Premier. Yes, it's beautiful. All right, so what do you think of that, Joanne? What would you like? Would you like to get the baby yarn that you asked for at the Speckles Confectionery? So it's pink, green, and brown speckles. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Rhonda's using that yarn right now. Linda, you found a new red heart at Walmart that you haven't seen before? Ah. And we're going to give Miss Joanne a smiley face in her smile mail. I picked out a white one. So there it is. It goes with this yarn rather well. And so now, who wants the green yarn? Come on, guys. I know you guys are just dying to get this green yarn. I know you are. So let's ask Miss Deb to mark the chat for the green yarn. It's hopscotch. It's beautiful. If you are a winner today or any time on any make along or challenge, please send me a message with your claiming your yarn and your address, because I don't want to make a mistake and send it out to the wrong address. So if you are interested in winning the green yarn, the Red Heart Hopscotch, please make a comment now, because Deb marked the chat for the green yarn. And I was thinking about doing this every week, bringing out a yarn that I may not want. And then that way, if you really want it, you can play the game and get it. But if you don't have to. So it won't be like I'm trying to give it to someone that doesn't want it. I vote to give it to Steve. I love it, Frida. You're something else. Yeah, I did think of Steve the minute that but I also thought of Chera, because she will take on a mysterious yarn if it's green and do anything with it. She loves green, so you guys are awesome. You guys are great. Okay. I'm going to see what we got as far as, we have a green mushroom too. We have a green mushroom here we can put on. Yep. Okay. Put that on there. Yeah. And she marked the chat, so we will get a winner here soon enough. See what else. We'll do one more draw for the board too before we go. Any questions about anything within reason we can talk about? It's weird when I'm not crocheting on the show because it takes up time. At least I'm not sweating to death. It is hot in here, but I'm trying to stay still. 21 entries for the green yarn. Seriously, nobody wants it. Well, somebody does. So I'm thinking that next Sunday, I might take a little clip of the race from my seat, and then I will post it on another end of a video somewhere, just because. I did not start my July hat either, but it is the 3 hook hat. You use 3 different size hooks. It's in that one magazine, and it's on Ravelry too, but I think you have to pay for it. But no, I didn't start it. I should have brought it today, huh? I can still. I can go right out and get it. It's sitting right there already. The yarn's all ready and everything. But I have a feeling that we're gonna let me go get it. Let me go get that magazine. Be right back. Okay, so I went and got the book off my stool. It was open to the page and everything. And I have Touch of Alpaca as this month's yarn. So it is a line brand 4 medium weight. So that's what we're using. And it's called the 3 hook hat. Okay, so we'll talk about that in just a second because we have a winner. It's Julie Marchell. Look at this yarn. Aren't you excited? Are you one of the ones that said you wanted it? You wanted the green? Or you wanted to give it to Steve? And the green mushroom stitch marker right there. Green polka dots. Yay. I haven't seen her reaction yet. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so here it is. It is the 3 hook hat, and it looks like it's textured. It's very, very nice, and it's by Bendy Carter. All right, I'm glad. That's great. So we're talking about hooks sizes G, H, and I. And if I look over this pattern real quick, I will tell you basically how it's going to work. The ribbing is using the G hook. You chain 79 for the small, 85 for the medium, and 91 for the large. And you half double crochet in the back bar. Oh, goodness. Winter 2019 crochet with an exclamation point. And so this one is the one they discontinued, I believe. There are no more. So we're going to half double crochet in the back bar of the second chain from the hook and in each back bar of each chain across, being careful not to twist. We will join in the top of the beginning half double crochet to form a ring. Do not turn. Okay, so my opinion, I won't do it in the back bar baloney. I will just do it in the regular because that's the way I am. And we will what? It says see the join in the top of the half double crochet, forming a ring. Do not turn. See the pattern with the long end. We will sew the bottom of the first and the last stitches together. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what I just read. Round 2 will be front post double crochets around the post of the first stitch, back post around the post of the next stitch. Okay, so you're going in you're working this hat in the round, front post, back post for 5 rows. Back loop of the bar behind the stitch, yes. But you chain your chaining and then you're turning it so you see the back bar. I don't like it. It hurts me to do it, and I just don't do it. Sewing the chain together, yeah. Okay, well you just did that when you slip stitched into the top of the half double crochet. So yeah, okay, so they're saying later on just sew that together. Leave a long end. But they don't tell you to leave the long end until the end of the sentence. You've already chained 80 whatever, and now they tell you to leave the long end. See where I'm coming from? Okay. All right, so we go on, we do that for 5 rows. And then we change hooks. That was with the G hook. And then we change hooks to do the body to the I hook. And we half double crochet in each stitch around. And it is, so your 5 rows are back post, front post. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're getting to the body. There's some slip stitching in here. Oh, we're going to turn our work. So round 1 of the body is a regular half double crochet row. And then you're going to turn your work. Mrs. Diana says, is that why we have to read through the pattern first? That's why I'm reading through the pattern. Oh, okay. So then you're going to work on the wrong side of your work for row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, and row 7. And then, oh no, sorry, row 5. Row 6 will be on the right side again. Row 7 will be on the right side. Okay, row 8 will be on the right side. And then row 9 through 22 will be the same as row 2 through 8. So your repeat is row 2 through 8. And then you will do shaping at the top using the H hook. And she gives a different shaping for the large than she does for the all other sizes. And then, so basically, it's going to be some 3 rows of, like, those hats that we saw in Walmart that looked like they were crocheted, but they weren't, or they were knitted and they were done on a machine. Yeah. Well, that's what this looks like. So you use so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the G hook. I'm going to chain. I'm going to guess with a G hook, 85. I'm going to do the medium. Let's go with 85. Half double crochet in the back bar of the second chain from the hook, and you will end up with 84 half double crochets if you do the medium. Then you will do front post, you will chain 1, and you will, working in the round, you will do front post, back post, front post, back post, double crochet for 5 rows. It's just the ribbing. So that's what I'm going to do. I will bring that back when we come back, and we'll talk about the body at that time. So if we could just chain 89, 85, chain 85. Yeah. I will give you the directions online only, or on the live only, and not in the, this sounds like a green hat. Well, I know it would probably be pretty. But again, you are not going around the ribbing. Like, how when you pick a yarn like this that has this change of colors, and you do the ribbing where it's 8 double crochets or whatever, and you do it this way, and then afterwards you join, and then you turn it, and then you start working this way. This kind of yarn looks crazy when you do that. So this one will be in the same way. We won't be going and turning it after. We'll be going 5 rows of front post, back post with 84 stitches. So half double crochet, row number 1, 85 stitches, half double crochet in the second stitch. Yes, but you're using a G hook. And so, of course, it'll come out as big as like 3 people fit in it, right, Chera? Yeah. Everybody's saying that's a lot. But when you're knitting, you also do that. And it's going to give it a little bit of like a poofy stretch, because it's front post, back post. All right. Well, anybody wants to do that, just go ahead. I'm going to say it one more time. Chain 85 with a G hook. Half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then every chain across, join in the round to your first half double crochet for 84 stitches. Chain 1. Front post double crochet around the first stitch. Back post double crochet around the second. Repeat around for 84 stitches. And then repeat that 3, 4, and 5. So you have 5 rows total for the brim. And we'll meet back up next week when I have it done. No, not next week. The week after. Hey, Deb, let's mark the chat one more time for a chance to win a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket. And mine are all 60 stitches, most of them. I do like 60 stitches. So if you're here and you have a United States address and you want to play the game one more time before we leave, give me a bracket number or a basket choice, and we will. can't wait to see this one as much done on it as that one. I really like it. I love it. I can't wait to show my daughter because that one's going to be for her hope chest. The pink one is. Guess I can do a couple stitches here. My hand doesn't hurt as much as it did. I've been having a lot of ice packs on it. I don't have a G hook out here either, do I? Wait a minute. Maybe I do. I do have a G hook. Well, there is one thing about hats. I wear a winter hat out to the barn. And when you're out there and you're working and you have a hat on, you don't want it to be really tight fitting. You want it to have a stretch and fit and let it breathe. And the reason for that is because you will be sweating and because you're working and it leaves a mark on my forehead. So I like them to be just right. Just cover that and then keep the warmth in. I don't want it to be so tight that I have, like skin tight. But with the crochet one, I don't think it stretches as much and goes back to that as much as it does with the knit. So and again, depending on how the plies are on your yarn is going to depend on how big it's going to come out, because you can try it sometime. Take and make the same hat with the same hook in 3 different yarns, and it will come out different in some of them. And some of them really big. Aisha won. Where are we here? Where are we? Aisha, and she wants something out of the basket. All right, so Aisha, hello. All right, I have the basket right here. We have 4 bags, and we have this little, it's for paint brushes, but our hooks fit in them, so it's an organizer for your desk. And there is a baby book in here with some crocheted patterns. I got bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, and bag number 4. So there is your choices today. You can't really see in there, can you? There's no green though. No green. Well, I can't say there might be something resembling, maybe. So what are we going to do today? Bag number 4 is this one over here in the corner. All right, let's see what we got. Unless she doesn't want me to open it, you have a choice. You can be surprised when it gets to you, or let me open it here. Waiting to see if she wants me to open it or not. Okay. All right. We will do that. I can't remember if I put stitch marker in here or not. Some of them I did, and some of them I put in after. Okay, this looks like one of the Jimmy Beans yarns that I was sent. This is definitely some different kind of yarn. Now, there is 2 skeins of this. It's called wool stock, so it's worsted, and it is 100% fine Highland wool. This is was a Jimmy Beans made in Peru colorways of gray and maroon. And I don't think 123 yards each. I don't know if it's blue sky fibers, but I don't know if they have colorways. But this one's the maroon one. And there's 2 of them. And it's lovely. Now, I don't know if Aisha, you can use 100% wool, but it's a choice. If you want to pick something else or you want to spot in the bracket board, that's your choice. But there are 2 of these beautiful skeins. Yeah. So sometimes you get something really different in the basket. Just depends on what comes along and what I decide. But we have to add a stitch marker to that if she wants it. And so we have mushrooms and smile faces. And we also have this one. This is like a peacock feather. What stitch marker are you interested in? Now, if you want something else, she hasn't actually answered. I don't know. But if you want something else, then I will put this back in there and someone else can pick it. Oh, she likes it. All right. And the peacock. All right. All right. Thank you. So much fun to do this with you guys every Sunday, except for when I have tournaments or whatever. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the bag. I'm going to put the peacock on. Any other questions before I run away? What happened with Charlene? Well, I missed it. Oh, Charlene's going to be grandma? Oh, my goodness. Is that what she said? I missed it. Going to be a great grandma. Oh, my goodness. That's wonderful. Well, I'm going to have to get myself going and make a pair of booties and send them to Charlene, to her new great-grandchild. Yeah. yep, gonna go have to do that when my thumb feels better. Hope I have a little time. I'm gonna have fun at the races, absolutely. My daughter and her boyfriend are going, and her boyfriend's dad is going, and then a whole bunch of people from our league that we bowled with are going. So I think 20 something of us are going. So it's going to be great. Next Sunday at Pocono. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. Hope you all have a great week, and take a moment out of each day and be creative. Talk to y'all later. Bye for now. Oh, wow. Ravini's going to Oregon. Woohoo! Everybody's doing something over their holiday, their summer. Great.